What is going on, everybody? My name is Ryan Roots, and for those of you who are new to our YouTube channel, my wife and I are professional, full-time online resellers. So we sell on platforms like eBay and Amazon, and we make a full-time living doing that. So about 2 days ago, eBay released their new 2019 seller updates. So what changes are going to be happening to the eBay platform going forward? So in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about those updates, what they mean, and how you can change your business to get more sales from those updates. And then at the end of this video, I'm also going to discuss a new selling tool that we've been using over the past few months that has allowed us to increase our sales as well. So first we're going to go through eBay seller updates, and then I'm going to talk about this awesome new tool. Stay with us. Let's go. So the first major seller update that eBay announced is sending offers to watchers on your items. A few of you have already been using this option on eBay, but they just announced that they're going to be opening it up to everybody now. So what this new update means is that, let's say you have an item on eBay listed for $100, and that item has 5 people watching it, so 5 watchers on that item. With this new eBay update, you'll be able to send those watchers a special offer. So let's say you're willing to take $80 for your item instead of $100. You can send those watchers a direct link where they could purchase the item for $80 instead of $100. And then it's up to them. I believe they have like 48 hours to respond to that offer. But the cool thing about that is that it doesn't remove the item from eBay. So just because you're sending those offers out, that item still remains active on eBay, and other eBay buyers can still buy your item. We're actually pretty excited about that feature. I know that other apps like Poshmark have had that for a while, and people who use Poshmark really like that feature. So I'm excited that everybody's gonna be getting it on eBay as well. I think that it's good. I mean, even if it generates like 5 or 6 extra sales a month, that's still extra sales that you wouldn't have had without that feature. So I think that's pretty cool. eBay hasn't released like really good seller features in a while, and I think that that is genuinely a really good update. So from what the seller update said, everybody should have that feature in their seller hub starting March. Update number 2 that they announced is that you're gonna be able to edit your listings directly in Seller Hub. So right now, let's say we wanna change prices on 10 of our eBay listings. We have to click on all the listings, bulk edit them, and then change the prices in bulk editor, which is, it's annoying. First of all, bulk editor is like kind of finicky sometimes. It doesn't update. So it's kind of hard, especially if you load like 100 items into bulk editor. It has a hard time dealing with that. So with this new feature, you're going to be able to edit your price, the custom SKU field, and I believe the quantity of the items as well, right in your seller hub, which is great for us because we're constantly changing our prices and quantities. So now, instead of having to bulk edit everything, we can just go to our seller hub, look at the prices, change the quantity. There's a lot of stuff you still can't change, but even those 3 things I think is a great start. Update number 3. This is the one that a lot of eBay sellers are kind of freaking out about. Everything on eBay that's fixed price is now switching from being able to list it like 10 days, 30 days. Everything is now switching to good till canceled. Now for us, we've listed our items good till canceled for years now, so nothing really changes for us. But I know that a lot of people are kind of freaking out about it, so I wanted to get into this one a bit more and talk it through. So the biggest concern that we've heard from people here are those of you who have an eBay store and you get a certain amount of free listings per month to use, and then after that, eBay charges you an insertion fee. So let's say, for example, you have a basic eBay store. With the basic eBay store, you get 250 free fixed price listings per month that you can use. After that, I believe on the basic store, they charge you 25 cents per item that you list over and above that 250. So what a lot of sellers have been doing, which maybe you're one of these sellers, is they'll have 250 items that they list on their store, and then they have another 250 that they kind of hold on to, and then they switch them out the next month. So they only have 250 items selling because that's their cap that they're allowed to list per month on eBay. And most of those sellers are listing as 30-day fixed price listings and then ending those listings and redoing them and putting others in there. So now what eBay's done is you're not going to be able to list that way anymore. They are only going to be good till canceled listings, which for those of you who don't know how good till canceled works, It lists for 30 days, same as a 30-day price listing, lists for 30 days, and then it automatically renews for another 30 days until the item sells or until you go in and end the item. So again, going back to the basic store, because I know that's what a lot of you have currently. So going back to the eBay basic store, let's say you have 250 items listed on eBay, and throughout the month none of them sell, which would be terrible, but let's just say none of them sell on eBay. And then the next month it rolls over, right? Because now they're listed good till canceled. So it rolls over and automatically those 250 listings are relisted on eBay and it wipes out your free listings that you get, those 250. So now let's say you want to list another 250 items in that month, right? eBay is going to charge you 25 cents per listing that you put out. So it will be an additional $62 to list another 250 items to bring your account up to 500 active. Plus your monthly store fee of like $22 for a basic store. So now you're paying $82 to have 500 listings active. So if that is the situation in your case, my suggestion would be to bump up to the next plan. So the next plan is a premium store on eBay, which gives you 1,000 free listings per month. And the cost of that store is $60 a month, and then each additional item over 1,000 that you list costs you 10 cents instead of 25 cents. But it makes sense because if you have those 250 rolling over and you're listing another 250, you're paying $82 a month, you might as well pay $62 a month or $60 a month. You might as well pay $60 a month for that premium store and get 1,000 free listings. It just makes sense. And then the next gap up would be from a premium store to an anchor store. Anchor stores are $250 a month, so it wouldn't really make sense for you to go from a premium store to an anchor store unless you're listing a ton of items. Because even at 1,000 free items on the premium store, let's say you knock those out and they roll over to the next month and wipe out your 1,000 free, and then let's say you list another 1,000, okay? Because the fee drops from 25 cents to 10 cents, you're only paying an additional $100 to list another 1,000 items. So if you take your store subscription of $60 plus another $100 to list another 1,000 items, you're at $160. So it still doesn't make sense to bump up to that next level, to that anchor store, unless you're listing a whole ton of items. But the big takeaway here that I really want you guys to grasp a hold of is don't stop listing items just because of this new change. Don't be scared to pay the extra 10 cents. Don't be scared to pay the extra 25 cents, because at the end of the day, the more items you list, the more items you sell. So to hold items back and not put them out on eBay, to me doesn't make any sense. It makes more sense to either pay the 25 cents, pay the 10 cents to get the items listed, or bump your store up. Bump your store up so that now you're paying $60 a month. I understand that, but it almost forces you to list more stuff. And at the end of the day, if you're listing more than 250 items, you're actually saving money by being at that level. So don't stress the little amounts. Don't stress the 10 cents, 25 cents. I understand that it seems like you're having to pay more money, but if you manage your business the right way, and that's the big thing here, is managing the business the right way. Because the hard part with this is now that everything's listed good till canceled, it does become time consuming to manage all of those listings. Because again, you have to go back in and end them and relist them and manage which ones have been sitting around for too long, which ones haven't sold. Which brings us to the tool that we've been using, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but basically it takes care of that for you when you list like us. So when you list good till canceled, which all of you will be in the future, unless you do auctions obviously, but if you list good till canceled, this tool automatically delists old items for you and relists them as new items. It does other stuff too, but that's the big thing that we've taken away from the tool. So I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but let's go through these other eBay seller updates. So just to recap the updates so far, number 1 was you can now send offers directly to watchers. Number 2 was you can edit your listings in your seller hub. And then number 3 was all fixed price item listings on eBay are moving to good till canceled. So that's the first 3. Let's talk about number 4. Update number 4 is pretty simple. It's just the new other item description on eBay has been updated. So now you can put like new open box instead of just new other. I think it's a good feature. I think it's great for people who like go to garage sales and thrift stores and find brand new in the box items that are still open, but the item inside is still brand new. So now you're gonna have an option of listing it as new open box instead of just new other. I think it's pretty cool. Update number 5 is that Terapeak is now gonna be be available for free to eBay store users, I believe basic and above. So if you have a basic store and above, you're gonna get these Terapeak tools for free. I was actually wondering when this was gonna happen because eBay bought Terapeak a little while ago, so I was wondering when they were gonna integrate it. The nice thing about this is that they're not charging you extra for it. So I think it's usually like 12 bucks a month, and we're gonna get those tools for free, which is pretty sweet. And then update number 6 is that eBay is now gonna be collecting sales tax on your behalf in the states where it's needed. So they're going to collect the sales tax for you when your item sells and pay it on your behalf. And they're not gonna charge you a fee to do that, which is fantastic. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I know that the tax situation and the sales tax stuff is still currently being updated. Each state is like slightly different, so it's a bit annoying. So to hear that eBay is going to be doing it for us so that we don't have to deal with it, that's very encouraging. I'm glad that they decided to take that task on. What it does mean is that in your sales report on eBay, you're probably going to see some extra fees from where eBay collected that sales tax in certain states and then paid it. So if you sell something where sales tax has to be collected, if you sell it to a person in a particular state where sales tax must be collected, you're gonna see that fee come out of your item, and it's just the way things are. So now you're gonna have to pay sales tax, but eBay is gonna collect it for you and pay it on your behalf, and you don't have to pay for that service, which is good. I actually thought that eBay would use that as an opportunity to charge us another fee. So I'm glad that they're not doing that. So that's pretty much all of the seller updates. I'm actually personally pretty happy with the updates that they released. There's nothing in there that really worries me. I hope that clearing up the good till canceled thing kind of helps you guys out. You should be a bit more comfortable knowing that we've always listed good till canceled, and it does work for our business model, so it should work for you as well. I do wish there were certain things that eBay had announced that they said they were gonna have. For example, like giving employees limited access to your account where they're able to, list items and draft items, but they can't buy stuff or change your PayPal account or something like that. I really hope that that employee hub is coming soon. They said it would be in January, but I really hope that eBay is going to be announcing that soon. But that being said, it's comforting to see eBay at least giving us some more tools and not really charging us for those tools. So it's nice to see them moving in the right direction. We definitely have our own gripes with eBay, but I think that they are definitely getting better as a company, and they're starting to listen to their sellers more. So that's helpful to see, I think. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk more about the tool that we've been using to increase our sales on eBay. So the tool is called Data Mine, and it does a bunch of stuff from like accounting to keeping track of your sales to showing you your repeat buyers. But the main thing that we've been using it for anyway is the delist relist tool. So one thing that we've always done on our eBay store is we'll go back and we'll look at our items that have been sitting for a while. So let's say we've had an item listed for 90 days and it hasn't sold. One thing that we do is we end that item, so we get rid of the listing, and then we click sell similar so it goes back to the front of eBay. So we create this whole new listing instead of the old 90-day listing. Now there's no documented case of eBay saying that doing that actually does increase your sales, but for us, we've always done it, and we have noticed that those items sell faster when we do that. And even if it's just because sometimes when eBay buyers are shopping, they'll click on the drop down and they'll sort it by time newly listed, and our new listing pops up there instead of it being 90 days old. Now it's a fresh new listing. Some eBay buyers do shop that way. That's why that tool is there, because they want to see the new items listed in that category. So I'm not sure if that's the only reason why, or if we are actually getting like a bump in sales because it shows as new listings, new activity, and eBay likes an active store. There's many differing theories around it. What I can tell you is that from doing it for a very long time, it does increase sales for us. So the Data Mine guys reached out to us and they said they've developed this tool that delists and relists items on eBay automatically, and they can do up to 25 items a day per account. So instead of going in manually and ending the items and then relisting them, sell similar, this software automatically does that for you. So for us, we were immediately intrigued because just on the time saving factor, we were doing it anyway. We were like, well, if we could save time doing this and the software could do it for us, that's a big benefit. The other thing is on eBay, it's kind of hard to tell when you're listing good till canceled. It's hard to tell how many times your items have been relisted. So it's hard to tell if an item has been sitting there for 30 days or if it's been sitting there for 120 days. And this software that we've been using automatically does that. So it groups the items for us into newest to oldest. So very quickly I can go in and say, whoa, these items have been sitting on eBay unsold for 120 days. Let's focus on relisting those items, delisting them and relisting them, and let's see if those ones do sell. So again, because we had been doing it manually, we decided to give the software a try, and we worked with DataMine for 4 months. We tried the experiment for 4 months. We only delisted and relisted about 300 things, but we wanted to experiment, like, would doing this through their software and tracking it, would it actually increase our eBay sales? And the answer is yes. So over the 4 months that we were doing it, and again, about 300 items delisted and relisted, we generated an extra $716 in sales that we would not have generated by ourselves. And those sales were on items that had been sitting on our eBay store for 90 days plus. So they were very old items. And by the way, guys, we did physically meet with the owners of this DataMine company. We sat down with them. They flew out to Florida. We talked about their business. They do have direct permission from eBay to be doing this. So it is a legit company and they do have eBay's permission to be doing it. But even with that, we still wanted to test it on our personal store before we told you guys anything about it, which is why we ran the experiment for 4 months to make sure it worked before we would say anything about it on our YouTube channel. But having done the experiment now, we can tell you that it does absolutely work for us. And now we can say, you guys should use it too, or you should at least go and try it out. So DataMine is just now releasing their software to the general public, and we are the first YouTube channel to be able to say, hey, go and try it out. They do charge for it. It's like $40 a month for the plan that allows you to do the delist, relist. And then again, you get the accounting software, mileage tracker, and some other cool features, but it is $40 a month. So what we asked for was at least a free trial for our subscribers, and they did agree to that. So there's a link in the description of this video. If you click on that link, you can try it out for 30 days. Their promise to me was that anybody who signs up through that trial, they will work with you to make sure that it works. And if it doesn't work, you pay nothing. So the cool thing about that is you can try it out for a month. You can do the auto delist and relist, and you can track it to see if you are actually getting more sales. If you're getting more sales than $40 a month, then obviously it pays for itself. If you're not, then don't continue with it. It's pretty much as simple as that. But again, in our case, it generated an extra $180 a month. So for $40 a month, it is worth it for us. And by the way, guys, DataMine has not paid us any upfront money to make this video. In fact, even if you click on the link and try out their service for 30 days and then you don't like it, we don't get paid anything. We don't get paid a dime. We only get a small bit of affiliate money if you do actually end up continuing to use the service. So this is a genuine review. We tested it out for 4 months. We met with the owners and it does work for us, which again is the only reason why I'm even talking about it on this channel. I genuinely think that it could work for you. And if you have enough items on eBay, if you're scared about the good till canceled thing, managing your items, delisting, relisting, if you feel it's a fit, then try it out. If you don't, then don't. All right, guys, hopefully this video has helped you out a little bit. If it has, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, hit that little subscribe button for more videos like this. The last thing I want to say is I really do appreciate you guys watching our videos. It means a lot to us that you would even take the time out of your day to listen to what we have to say. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm Ryan Roots. Peace out, guys. Bye.